conflicts are there for the benefit of some persons. People push for crisis, push for conflict because of certain benefits they want to derive. People push for crisis because they want to sell their weapons, their arms. Boko Haram came about. We say that they are after certain goals. They want to achieve certain things. Crises don't just erupt. There must be a target, what these persons or the sponsors want to achieve. So we believe and we agree with people that say they are financiers of this terrorist group. And as Bayo Bodrin said, let's get to the root of it first and foremost. How do we get the financiers of these people? What exactly are they looking for? Now, we talked about the scramble, the renewed scramble for resources in Africa. And that is part of the game. By the Russians, China, the South Africa, imagine South Africa.
They are coming from Burkina Faso.
Mali, good. So it's a refresh scramble for the resources in Africa. And what better way can they do that? Is by throwing crisis there so that you get destabilized and they can jump in and tap what they want to tap. I think that is a major problem. The visit to South Africa by Mr. President, let me link it with that. They say they are happy and they want to tap into our lithium. It's a disgraceful act for me because we are one of the most populous nation in Africa and in the world, and we cannot be giving our resources out like that. France is embracing us with all their 4 arms, if they have 4 arms, because of the resources they want to tap.
We'll get to the details of that maybe after we take this meeting. Let's listen to what the concerns.
Part of the provisions of our laws, you can mine and take it away. There are provisions that says you must process it. All we need to do is to implement and enforce that.
Exactly. Just before you speak on, just yesterday the Senate passed a bill and said, is it how many years in prison if you sell maize that is not processed? I'm just
that if you
export,
taking from what Mustafa was saying yesterday about you process raw materials in the area of produce, just like Benue State. I think the Senate had a wind of what we discussed yesterday before they jump into passing that bill. But let me briefly, let's see if you can unravel the essence of the president's visit to South Africa. The Nigeria is still clamoring or still struggling to be part of BRICS. South Africa is a strong member of BRICS. And Nigeria also needs support of South Africa to be in the G20. You mentioned it, TV, off the program yesterday.
South Africa took over, just a mere information, on Sunday, South Africa took over the presidency of the G20 from Brazil. So they're going to host the next G20 summit.
So we know why the president visited there and because of these areas. But on the issue of mineral, Bayo Bodri has narrated, given a breakdown of how South Africa invests so much in mineral because they don't have oil. And people have said oftentimes, this oil, it will finish one day. What is divestment that we have? How are we divesting into other sectors? And it's an ample time for us to invest in electric cars. Our friend, Mr. the Silver Bedman now, Ben Bruce, promoted electric cars all through his time, 4 years in the Senate. And he said he was even using one. So so far with our embrace of electric cars and this lithium we're talking about, we have it in abundance. That is why there's a clamor, there's a struggle, to come and grab theirs from here. We need to begin to think how we can bring in the innocents, bring in those indigenous Nigerian manufacturers to key into this product. Dele Alake is making a lot of noise. He had a summit about 1 month ago. I don't know if he understands where the world is driving at now. He needs to embrace it quickly so that he will not be seen as if he only came there to pass by. He needs to make an impact. He needs to embrace it. I don't know if he traveled with the president to South Africa. Good. So he needs to give us.
He did.
He needs to work hard. People have said employ the NNNG model in the refinery. What model will be best for our natural solid mineral resources? I know the Jakarta is sleeping. I don't want to talk about that. I don't know if there's a minister there or not.
There are efforts to really get it going, and they are doing quite
so well. We have a lot, and we do not have any excuse why we are in this poverty state.
You mentioned something very striking about